Hello, stampers and crafters. Tammy Williams here with TammyLovesStamping.com. This is take 2 of my video showing you this new kit called the Beautiful Blues Kit. On my first try, I opened up the ink spot and I got ink all over my hands. So I had to stop the video and start again. So hopefully take 2 will work better than the first one did. Let's open the kit and see what's inside. So first thing you'll see is your ink spot, and this is the Night of Navy color. And so this is your ink that you will use with your stamps that come in the kit. And the stamps that come in the kit are very nice for making sympathy cards or thinking of you cards. The sayings in here say sending love, wishing you comfort, and you're in my thoughts. And then you also get this little sprig, greenery sprig here that is part of your stamp set. All of the kits come in this nice sturdy little box, so it's perfect for taking it places, taking down vacation, or taking it with you when you have to wait in a waiting room somewhere, maybe at the doctor's office or at your car dealership. If you're waiting for your car, you can take this with you. Some people, actually, you can see them take them on an airplane with them and work them on the airplane. So the next thing that comes in this kit is your acrylic block, and that's what you use to attach your stamps to. So you would just peel back the plastic and get your little stamp off of here. And one tip that I have about using these stamps when they're brand new is to clean them first, because there's some residue that gets on them during the manufacturing process. And so if you clean them first, they will accept the ink much better than if you don't. So that's my tip for you for that. So yeah, so you would just put it on your acrylic block like so, and then you take your ink, and I've already opened it. Like I said, the first try, I got ink all over me. So you just open it and you would just ink up your stamp set, your stamp that you're working with, just put ink all over it and then stamp it on your cardstock. So that's that. And then it looks like we got some tear and tape. Tear and tape is double-sided adhesive. You would just peel off however much you need and just tear it, and then peel the backing off of it and attach your second piece of whatever you're attaching. So that's very handy. I love tear and tape. It comes in very handy. Then we have our instructions. So here it shows you the 3 cards in this Beautiful Blues kit that you get 3 of each card, and you get envelopes that match. So let's look at those. You also get this piece of paper that has all the artwork on it that comes with the kit. They've got it in multiple languages, but like this, I would cut this off and I would use this to store my stamps with, so that I can have a label on my case to show what's inside the case. So this comes in very handy for storage. And then we've got a piece of cardboard that just protects it. And then let me grab this out of here and get this box out of the way. So here are our envelopes, which I just love how the envelopes are so well coordinated. Look at these flaps. They just look so gorgeous. Isn't that pretty? So those are your envelopes. And sometimes these kits come with each design has its own matching envelope, so that's cool too. But in this case, they're all the same. So let's set those aside for now. And then we have our card bases. So here's the first card base, and you have 3 of them, like I said, because there's 3 cards per design that you can make with the kit. So here we have our first design. Look at that. Isn't that just beautiful? Just all those different shades of blue, light and dark blue. Gorgeous. So that's the first one. And so, like I said, you get 3 of each. So we'll set that aside. And here's some labels that come with it. And these labels are outlined in Night of Navy, it looks like. So we'll pull one of those off. And we'll pull one of those off. A rectangular label. So you can see these better here. And then a smaller one. And put that there. Okay, set that aside. And here's another one of the designs, and this one is so pretty, and it's got the design on both the front and the back, and they all come pre-scored, so you just would fold it in half on that score line, and you've got your second card base. So let's put those over here, and then we've got our third card base. Oh, look at this beautiful blue. It's kind of a watercolory effect to it. So pretty. And fold that one in half on the score line. So those are our 3 designs. And then we've got some more die cuts. So let's punch some of these out. They're very fragile, so I gotta go slow. Here, there's one. Here's another one in white. Isn't that pretty? And then look at this one with the flowers. Oh, so gorgeous. Love it. How beautiful is that? All right. So you get, looks like 3 sheets of those. And then here's another die cut. Looks like it's all one piece. So let me flip it over. You can see the design a little better in white. Isn't that pretty? Look at those flowers. Gorgeous. So you get 3 of those. And then we have some dimensionals. Stampin' Dimensionals are double-sided adhesive that have foam in between the adhesive, so it gives it some added height and dimension to your cards. As you can see here, we've got a whole bunch on here, this sheet, and you just would peel one off and then attach it, use it to attach your two pieces together. So those are our dimensionals. And then we've got some bling, because what's a card without bling, right? You have to have some bling to just jazz it up a little bit. I thought it was beautiful. Got some shimmer and shine to them. All right, so let's get our instructions out here. All of the kits come with a set of instructions, and they're very straightforward. They have pictures to follow. So like in the corner, it'll tell you card number 1, and it'll show you your ink spot and your acrylic block and which stamps to use and what to stamp it on. So for example, here they want you to stamp "You're in My Thoughts" on the rectangular label. Probably this one, I'm thinking. And then they want you to stamp this little sprig on, looks like the inside of the card, of this card here. Yeah. And then take this little blue piece and put some tear and tape across it. So you see the roll of tape there. So put some tear and tape across that little blue piece and then attach the "You're in My Thoughts" label that you created. And then on the back, put 3 dimensionals. So when you see like this hexagon shape, that means dimensionals. And then attach that on the front, and then put your 3 gems on the front of the card as well. So let's do that. All right, so first step is to find the "You're in My Thoughts." And I have not cleaned these yet, so I am going to just try to rub off some of it with my hands and hope that works. Take this one off the block and put this one on instead. I like to put my stamps on kind of on a diagonal because I don't know, I just find it easier to hold it that way and just, I don't know. This is personal preference, but I mean, if you want, you can put it on straight like that. But for me, I kind of like it at a diagonal. All right, and then we're going to add some ink to that. And we'll grab our little label. And one thing too is when you're using photopolymer stamps, which these are photopolymer because they're see-through, you want something underneath you. With your cling stamps, you've got like a foam, rubbery foam backing, so you don't need something. But with the photopolymers, you do. So let me grab that real quick. So this is my my piercing mat, and that this gives it a little bit of foam to it so that I can get a better coverage of ink on my cardstock here. So you're in my thoughts. There. So that turned out really well. You can see that? All right. And then it says we're going to stamp the bow or the bow. I need to get my cleaning thing too. So I've got this, it's called a Stampin' Scrub that you use to clean your rubber stamps and your photopolymer stamps. So one side you add your Stampin' Mist spray to and get it wet. Mine's almost out, so I gotta fill that up later. And then you clean your stamp set off with it, your stamp on the wet side, and then you dry it on the other side before you put it away. So there's that. And then I'm going to get this bow out of here. The bow. I always say it wrong. The bow. Or I'm just going to call it a sprig. And we're going to, let's see, which card was it again? This one with the flowers on the front. Nope, this one. Yeah, this one. And on the inside, we're going to stamp the sprig. So let me open my ink again. Ink this up real good. All right. And open my card and stamp that right in here. And again, I'm using my foam pad underneath to give it a little cushion so that it presses down better so that it works better. And then I'm going to clean this stamp again. And put that away. All right, so that's that. And then the next step was to use our tear and tape and attach and put some tear and tape on the back of this blue piece here. So let's flip that over and grab my tear and tape here. Put a little bit on the back, like so. And it just tears off so nicely. And then it says to put the, oh shoot, I didn't put it on the right spot. I need to put it on the front because then we're going to attach the You're in My Thoughts. Okay, try that again. So I'll put some on the front here. And then we're going to peel the backing off of it, like so. And we're going to attach this right on it, like that. Then we're going to flip it over. Then it says to put the dimensionals on the back. So I put tear and tape, but that's okay. I can just put the dimensionals right over the tear and tape. It's not going to hurt anything. So put 3 of those. And then peel the backing off of those. And put it right here. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. You're in my thoughts. And then on the inside, we've got the little sprig. Who wouldn't want to receive that beautiful card along with this nice little envelope, matching envelope? Isn't that great? All right. So that's our first card. Now let's go on to the second card. All right, the second card says we're going to stamp "Wishing You Comfort" on this little label here. And then we're going to apply that to the white one, the white little die cut, and then put our dimensionals on that and put that on the front of our blue card base with the white flowers. You know what? We forgot our three little gems on that first card. Let's go back to that first card. And where are my gems? Here they are. And we're going to put our gems right here, right here, and down here. There. Almost forgot the most important thing. Those gems really jazz it up, don't they? All right. Now the first card's done. Let's go back to the second card. And we're going to stamp "Wishing You Comfort." So let me grab that one. And my block, where'd my block go? Here it is. Clean it real quick there because I haven't cleaned this since it's brand new. It's really important to clean off the residue. And now we're going to put some ink on here. And we're going to pull our foam pad back out. And stamp this. And when you're stamping, you want to press straight down and then pull straight up. Because if you wobble it or you try to move it at all, you're going to smudge it. So like I said, straight down and straight up. So let's clean that off again. And put that over here. And then we're going to take this white one. And I guess it doesn't matter which side you put the tape on. And we'll get some of our tear and tape here. Put that right there and just tear that off. Peel that backing off of it. And apply our label. And then we're going to put our dimensionals on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And take the backing off of those. And this is going to go on the blue card right about here. And then we're going to add our embellishments, little blue gems. Let's see if they put them up here. And over here, like that. So there we have our second card, "Wishing You Comfort." And again, if you wanted to, you could stamp that little sprig on the inside as well on this one, just for a little bit of a surprise when they open the card. It's not just blank or just has just your signature in there, your little note. So that would go again with the beautiful little envelopes. So that's card number 2. And then card number 3. So it says the number 3 in the corner. And it says to stamp sending love on this smaller label. And then we're going to put tear and tape around the big piece. And then some dimensionals on this little flowery piece. And attach that to the front of the blue card. And then attach that over the top. And then attach sending love, and then add our embellishments. So that's pretty straightforward. So let's get our sending love sentiment out here. And take the other one off. I'm going to clean it real quick since this is the first time I've used it. And then pull my foam pad back out here. And open up our ink. Ink that up. Oop, I got a little bit on my block. Always have a napkin handy or a towel, paper towel handy to wipe that off, because if you don't, it will get on your sentiment on your paper, and you don't like that. And it looks like we've got a little bit of excess ink on that sending, so I'm going to do that again. All right, let's try that. Just center it, press straight down, and pull straight up. Perfect. So that is that one. And now we're going to get our big sheet here, this piece, and put some tear and tape on the back. Okay, so on the side. Not this side. And then on this side. There. So now we've got this one, and we're going to peel the backing off of it. Okay, and then we're going to attach that to the front. My hair keeps getting in the way here. I'm going to kind of center it. You need to make sure you have it where you want it before you set it down, because once this tear and tape attaches, it's not going to come all loose. There. Oh my gosh, isn't that pretty? So pretty. And now we're going to take this little flowery piece here, die cut, and put some dimensionals on the back of that. 1, 2, 3, oops, 4. Maybe I'll put one more over here just for good measure. And peel the back off of them. There. And then this is going to go right about here. And then sending love. Let's see. Did it tell us? Sending love. We're putting tear and tape on that as well. I don't know if you saw that up here at the top that had the little rectangle with some tear and tape on it. Where does it start? Here we go. I hope everybody's day is going well. I'm kind of stuck indoors today. It's a rainy day today. So what better thing to do than craft when it's raining out, right? All right. Peel the back off of that. And then this is going to go right over the top of our flower here. Like so. And now the last thing we have is our embellishments. Where did our embellishments go? Here they are. And let's see, where did they put those? They put 2 over here and 1 down here. When you're doing embellishments, you want to work in multiples of odd numbers. So 3 or 5 embellishments. You don't want to do like 1 or 2. Well, 1 is fine, but that's an odd number too. But 2, not so much. You want to do at least 3, because the eye is kind of drawn to 3. And then you also want to try to make a triangular shape. So like this is kind of a triangle because the eye is just drawn to that. So it's just more appealing to the eye when you do odd numbers and kind of a triangular shape. So there's our 3rd card from the Beautiful Blues kit. What do you think? Let's pull them all in here so you can see all 3 of them together. There we go. This out of the way. I hope you enjoyed watching me make these 3 cards, and I have enough supplies to make 6 more. So I will definitely be sending these out in the mail to people to let them know I'm thinking of them, that they're in my thoughts, and that I'm wishing them comfort if they're not feeling well. And so I hope you keep this kit in mind in the future and go to my online store to purchase it. And also sign up for my newsletter. Yeah, because my newsletter goes out every Wednesday, and it's just full of news that you can use about paper crafting, what's coming on sale, any new products, any feature product of the week. If I've got any new videos or tutorials out on my social media and that kind of thing. So you'll want to sign up for that if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. This is Tammy with Tammy Loves Stamping. God bless. Thank you for watching this video. If you love watching it and you found it helpful, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I also recommend heading to my website shown on the screen, TammyLovesStamping.com. There you can subscribe to my weekly newsletter, request a free catalog of products, and try one of the many tutorials. Goodbye for now, and God bless.